Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays and I'm in the Minotaur, at tier 10 British cruiser. I'm on the map mountain range. It's an arms race battle, tier 10, with very few tier 10s actually, so that's nice. No carrier, no sub. So I guess there are some good news here. The bad news is the only two destroyers are my friends SJR and Viper, and we all spawned on one side. Now Viper tried to transition to the other one, but he got pushed back by a petrol. And yes, this replay is currently running at increased speed because nothing really happens early on, but I still wanted to show how this developed. So there was nothing happening where I was, so I'm going to move more towards the center and engage the Petro. The Petro needs to go down. It's a very dangerous radar, and getting rid of this Petro would open up the entire center for our destroyers to maneuver around. Now the enemy has an advantage in buffs that was inevitable because, well, our destroyers just couldn't teleport. And we were also unfortunate that basically the easy to grab buff was on our side, where we had the DDs, and the ones where we would need the DDs, well, we had nothing. Meanwhile, our team is actually pretty evenly spread, 6 ships on both sides. Unfortunately, most of the battleships are on the other flank, and the only battleship we have here that has decided to just YOLO in. It's just moving straight into a bunch of enemies for absolutely no reason, and it's gonna go down. Speaking of ships going down, we are working on this Petro. Of course, as a Minotaur, this is going to be pretty hard because I only have armor piercing. It's angling, and you know, you can see how much lead I have to give to try to get some hits in there because the shell travel time. You can also see how many ricochets and non-pens I'm getting. Petro is not a very wide ship. It's a very, well, for a cruiser, it's not the easiest target to hit, I suppose. I'm still working on it, okay, you know, at least I'm making a train. Now, of course, the enemy has a health regeneration buff that's not helping. Oh, please don't let this Petro get away. We lost the Iowa. Well, it's unsurprising. At least we can get the Petro in return, right? There we go. SGR has taken some damage here. The good news is there has now spawned a health regeneration buff on sort of our side. So we should be able to get that, especially for like a destroyer. Like SJR has no way of recovering health normally, but if we would get that, we could heal back up in time. And you know, being a Shimakaze, obviously, assuming he survives here, he can do a lot of stealth topping and spotting, even with low health, and then with the heal he might even get back in shape there. So overall, it's not looking ideal, but it's not a disaster just yet. Unfortunately, without having many battleships here, the enemy will probably just continue to push us, and like we don't really have cruisers here to tank. I do have my smoke screen, the other cruisers, you know, I guess they could share. So we'll see if we can stop the enemies coming this way. At least we have torpedoes. Now I'm trying to not move at full speed, because if I get spotted here, I need to hide in smoke immediately. I'm just trying to be here to pick up my destroyers. Hopefully we can get the Somas in some way. I'm having a Hydro running, because I did expect torps. I mean, this smoke screen obviously attracted them. And since they're long-range torps, they'll have to reach to hit targets behind. But easy dodge there. So I am gonna slow down here again, and oh, I'm detected. So let's smoke up. There are ships here to shoot for me, so there is that. Up here I've just switched. There is a destroyer obviously here. The Somas is now detected. I didn't quite realize it's just yet. Now I've realized there is a Somas, and now we're gonna shoot it. Now, Viper in a Khabarovsk will be pretty helpful here, taking out that Somas. I don't think SJR will risk shooting that much with his low health. But a Khabarovsk, well, unless obviously he smokes. With combined efforts, well, mostly with Viper doing the damage and me providing an air show, we might be able to take out that Somas though. Now, you know, as you can see, Minotaur doesn't have the easiest time hitting a destroyer. I'm getting the occasional damage in, and Viper is taking it out. That's good news. We We have equal number of ships than the enemy team. We are just, you know, a little bit behind on buffs. Now the key area will soon appear, and taking that will be key, as, you know, says it in the word. Okay, that was a bad joke. But the key area produces an awful lot of points, so if we could hold that, that would be an certainly possible way to victory. Meanwhile, I'm getting pushed by an Aegir. Once again, the lack of battleships on this side allows enemy cruisers to be a lot more aggressive than I would like them to be. I'm still safe in my smoke, but the Aegir might reach the hydro range. I could already run away, but then we kind of need to take out the Aegir. Currently, I think it's just me shooting. A Viper was helping, but he has been taken out. And I suppose the Drake and the Road just want to stay in concealment or something. Now the Aegir... Oh no, somebody's shooting it now. Now the Aegir is too close for me to stay in concealment after leaving my smoke screen, but hopefully we can actually take it out. It's... as usual, it's hard to deal with an angled target in a Minotaur. But, no, it's turning broadside. Now the Aegir's guns are an obvious concern for a squishy ship like myself. I do have a super heal ready. Thankfully the Aegir is shooting high explosive, so I should be fine here. I can now damage conduit fire, and I can heal most of the damage that I've taken so far.
Problem solved, sir.
We do have a heal by now, so that's good news. Meanwhile, on the left side, not sure why the Bismarck is leaving. Like, the tier pit seems below. If our ships could just take out the Richelieu and the Des Moines, that would be amazing. Meanwhile, we are trying to hold the enemies back here. Like, with the torpedoes, I guess we can somewhat discourage the enemies to just push us. And we are now capping the key area. The enemy has already lost one destroyer. The other one is, I think, still here on probably like 2-3 line. And this Des Moines is asking for a smoke screen. I mean, I'm confused. There is nothing there that has a smoke screen. Like, what do you think will happen? You think our destroyer will leave that key area to sail all the way over there into the clutches of an enemy Des Moines just to provide you a smoke screen? That's pointless because you get raided anyway. Now, meanwhile, the enemy is teasing our Des Moines. I think he has been trying to tease our Des Moines earlier in the battle too, because our Des Moines is sitting behind islands, where Des Moines belong, mind you.
Smoke generator activated.
And again, I don't know exactly what's happening on the other side here. What I do know is that there is a Neptune broadside. I can smoke up inside the camp even, which is even better. And now I can shoot a broadside Neptune, and hopefully we can get it before it escapes to safety. It's very close to that island though. Then again, maybe somebody else has still an angle to shoot it. Unfortunately, it's super healing. So this Neptune is gonna survive. I'm gonna switch to the Izumo then, who is also broadside. We were contested here for a bit, probably by the Shimmer, but apparently it has left, which might once again be a path to victory. We aren't looking very well here on ships, but, you know, we might be able to change this with the points. Like, we now have the key area, and you can see how far behind we are on points, but this will very quickly change if we are not contested. I got some torps going this way. It does look like the Neptune is willing to peek here though. It has a smoke screen, maybe it will sail into this. The Izumo is too far in the back to get torp. I mean, it's a close one. If the Izumo would turn our way, we would have a chance, but it doesn't. Now, I have left my smoke screen. I could have stayed here for longer and shot for more, but I'm getting pushed more and more. There is the Mino. So, and try to get torps off on the other side. I'm still hoping that the Izumo or someone will actually get a bit closer there. Maybe I should have stayed longer in the smoke screen, but the problem is the enemy is pushing closer and closer, and I don't want to get detected the moment my smoke screen disappears and then be in the open. So the idea was to get more like towards this island, and I can help with the Shimmer here potentially. Now, Don't really want to shoot in the open. And currently there's an island. No, there is no island blocking the ship. Could get one salvo off here, but I'd rather take concealment. I will soon have a smoke ready again. I'm basically waiting for that. Ship-wise, this is getting more and more desperate. Our flank, like our 1-2 line flank, I managed to take out the Des Moines, I guess, at some point, but this Richelieu is still alive, and we have lost most of our ships there. It's like we don't have much to show for it. Now, my flank is also getting decimated, so there is that, I suppose. The enemy has come close enough to spot me, but at the exact moment where my smoke is ready, and we have a broadside Minotaur here. Well, it have it broadside. Oh, come on, don't angle. Yes, show me more sides, show me more sides. It's smoking up, but it is showing us there are the citadels. Come on, more. It disappeared. Disappeared and it's angling. Oh, I got a high caliber. Okay, meanwhile, Neptune also being broadside. There are just way too many targets to shoot here. Neptune is angling, unfortunately. As you can see, we had 920 points already. 930, oh, we lost the ship. Us holding this center area has given us a way back. We are at 920 again. And the enemy is contesting. Damn it, we just lost SJR there. So, you know, when you look at the ships, you'll be like, okay, this is unwinnable. But when you look at the points, you're like, what if we could get the ship that's contesting the cap, then hold it for a few more seconds, and we'd be looking pretty fine. So we are 900 points again. Taking a buff will actually also give you points and deduct some from the enemies, so there is that. So,
Torpedoes astern.
I've awkwardly beached here, and I will dodge those torps though, I think. So there is that. We are at 900 points. This Richelieu is on very low health. Maybe the Des Moines can do something. Maybe it can go for a ram something. Come on, Des Moines. I believe in you. Do it, Des Moines. Do it. Richelieu is so low. Meanwhile, I'm going around here with a Hydro. And found a Shimmer. Interesting. The Des Moines almost has the Richelieu. Meanwhile, Shima is full broadside. I have a Hydro going, I can see the torps coming, and damn it, the Des Moines lost. So, Shima is not doing its best torping here. I can avoid that. Unfortunately, I'm Hydroed. And the Richelieu might even be outside of my gun range, so if he shoots me now, I can't even shoot back. Oh boy, if only that Des Moines had won this fight, this would have... Oh, the Richelieu is... I should be paying more attention to this, but unfortunately I'm so close to other ships that I'm paying more attention to. I could have tried sinking the Richelieu, yeah, that would have been very important. It was inside of my gun range here. We're at 860 points though. I need to sink... I need to clear this cap. If I can get that Neptune, you know, maybe clear that Neptune and then win on points. And oh, damn it, there is a Minotaur too. I do have a smoke ready, but I am going to be blind if I do that. So need that Minotaur first. I'm getting shot into my broadside. Now sink that Mino and then smoke up and... or just sink. Oh well, that wasn't meant to be, but that was 2,675 base experience in a defeat. I think this is my highest experience defeat I've ever had in this game. Or at least the highest one I can remember. This would have been over 4,000 experience in a win. So, yeah. You know, if that Des Moines would have sunk the Richelieu and survived, I think we would have won when I sunk the enemy Minotaur. But, you know, it didn't happen. So there is that. And for some reason the enemy had an AFK Tirpitz, it looks like. We still didn't win. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. And I'll see you next time.